Hey guys, what's up? It's SETI Mania. So, this is my review for the new iCarly, I Can't Take It. Now, I gotta say, I loved this episode, and it's got some interesting things to talk about in it. But I really liked it because, well, it covered more of the SETI relationship, but of course that's part of the SETI art. But there was one particular scene that I loved in it, and I'll talk about that. Now, the basis of this episode, well, the title, I Can't Take It, we really didn't know what that was really supposed to mean to that episode, to this particular episode when it had that title. But I'm sort of thinking that maybe that was what Carly was thinking in her head, because in this episode, one thing that I noticed, and some others did too, they commented about this on Twitter, is that Sam and Freddie's relationship, they were so into each other, and that's not a bad thing. But they were so into each other that Carly and Gibby were sort of getting neglected. And so was the web show, iCarly's was too. And I'm thinking maybe the I Can't Take It title was kind of what Carly was thinking in her head. She's like, oh, I'm getting neglected, they're leaving me at the web show, they're not showing up. I can't take it. You know, it's sort of like that. I mean, that would be what I would think. That's just my opinion. Now, I did think that, I did like seeing Sam and Freddie so into each other, and I did kind of laugh how they reacted about, when Carly asked them to fix the, Super Bra video that she was edited out of. I don't know if you could really say she was edited out, but more of the camera zoom was on Sam instead of Carly. Carly was off to the side here. You couldn't see her. So, it was, that was just hilarious. Oh, God. But I kind of like how they sort of acted like, yeah, maybe later, really, like they weren't gonna do it. And I thought that was funny because, you know, if I was Sam and Freddie, I would feel kind of bad for Carly since she got left out of it, but I probably wouldn't go to the terms of fixing it. Probably, I don't know. That's just me. I can be mean sometimes. It's amazing. But anyways, So, and then they left to go see a movie, and then they came rushing back in because Miss Benson was coming up the stairs, and here's the main point of this episode. Miss Benson doesn't know that Sam and Freddie were dating and are together. She does not know that, and so Sam and Freddie get Spencer to tell a lie to Miss Benson, and Spencer's all about not lying, and he doesn't like lying. So when he does lie, he makes this lie become a truth when he starts doing a bread business in his apartment. And so for that he needs yeast. Yeast, the main important ingredient in this episode is yeast. So anyways, and as we find out, Sam and Freddie go off to their date, and later on Miss Benson is in the elevator and there's a man in the back corner, and he stops the elevator and scares Miss Benson, and it turns out it's Gibby. And he shows her pictures on the pear pod of Sam and Freddie together on the couch cuddling. And she screams. She's like, I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream. But she screams so loud that you can hear her through the apartment, and you hear, and Spencer's watching Hungry Girl, Lisa Lillian, Dan's wife. He's watching her show, and he turns the remote on mute, and he's like, and he turns it back on. So we see Hungry Girl in there tonight. That's awesome. If you didn't know who that was Hungry Girl, Lisa Lillian. She's Dan's wife. She's super sweet and awesome. I met her in Memphis. She's great. But anyways, she screams so loud when she finds out. And so her and Gibby devise a plan to break up Sam and Freddie. Now, for all of us SETI fans out there, we're all just like, ugh, Miss Benson, why do this? Why? Ugh. And so anyways, and so the next day, Spencer's baking bread in his apartment, and Carly and Sam and Freddie and Gibby all come in, and Freddie finds out that he didn't get into a camp, like a nerd camp he wanted to go to, or neurological something. I don't remember the name. It was basically the top letter spelled nerd camp. So anyways, he didn't get into it, and he was kind of shocked why. And if you look closely at that scene, you could see Carly and Sam giving each other like eyes, and Sam's face expression, she just like knew why. So we knew why. She knew why. But anyways, so Freddie decides just to brush it off, and Carly and Sam decide to leave to go to the mall because of a glitter gloss sale, which Gibby got an alert for on his phone. Why he has that, no one knows. But anyways, so they leave, and Gibby gives off a little knock on the door, sort of a signal to Miss Benson to come in. And she comes in, and oh wait, that didn't. I totally blanked on what the hell I was saying. But anyways, so what happened is there's another part in the episode where Carly basically finds Gibby. Miss Benson meets up with Carly, and Miss Benson confronts Carly about the plan to break them up, and she's like, were things better before they were together? And Carly, I think she says, well, no, yes, or yes, she said yes, I think. Basically, so she basically, Miss Benson tells her of the plans, and then she finds out that Sam's the one who actually did, Miss Benson and Gibby both find out that it was Sam who foiled the plan for Freddie's application to get into school. And so later on, there's a confrontation in the studio over this whole thing, and where you've got Miss Benson, you've got Carly, you've got Sam, you've got Freddie, you've got Gibby, and they're all in there. And Freddie finds out, look, Miss Benson has the application, and she's like, you want to know why you didn't get into school? And it's like, it's not a big deal. It's like, here, read. Freddie reads over, and he's like, pointing at clouds and collecting poop and robbing banks. and Freddie fish sticks Benson, and Freddie realizes that this isn't what he wrote on the application. And they all look at, and he looks at Sam, and you could tell the tone. It was a very serious tone, and it was sort of a serious, concerned, hurt tone. And I was like, Sam? And you could see that Sam was really, she was sort of nervously in a corner here. And she's like, finally confessed that she did do it. And but she told him it was 4 months before. And then she tried that little baby routine where she tried to stroke his face, to soften him up. And he grabbed her hand, and he said, stop it. And you could tell right then that he was really hurt. And it was kind of an intense scene. And it was just crazy. And it was just crazy. Sorry, my dog's in here, and I don't want him in here. So anyways, it was an intense scene, and it was one of my favorite scenes because it was such a tense moment between Sam and Freddie's relationship. And at this moment, Carly had run downstairs to watch on the computer from one of the cameras, and Spencer was watching too, while his bread was burning, literally on fire in the oven. So, and she runs back up, and she basically tells Freddie, don't break up with Sam over this, because it's not worth it. And I can understand. I mean, earlier in the episode, Freddie gave up $100,000 worth of some material that Miss Benson had gotten. I don't know where she got it, but she gave him that to break up with Sam, and he didn't do it. He wouldn't do it. Nothing was going to break him up for Sam. And when Sam found out that Gibby was the one who planned to break them up, she wailed on him so bad. And I know that Gibby is their friend, and maybe Sam should have done that, but I can understand why she did it. She did it because she doesn't want anyone to take Freddie away from her. She doesn't want anyone to do that, and I can understand why she went so crazy on him. So in the end, Carly comes up, and she gives them a talk about not to break up, and this starts ruining Miss Benson's plan. And when she sees that Carly's turned against her, she's like, "Oh, I'll stop you!" And she starts coming at Carly, and I'm kind of like wondering, well, what the heck is Miss Benson gonna do? Grab her, and all of a sudden, Gibby grabs her from behind, and it's like, "Let's go, Marissa." It's kind of weird. And then they take her out, and I'm really surprised Freddie didn't say anything about this, but him and Sam agree that both their parents are crazy. So she's forced out of the room, and her plan has been ruined and over with. So woo, woo for that! It's awesome. But and Sam and Freddy are just standing there, both kind of awkward. They don't know what to do next. And with the help of Carly, I mean, Carly's right. It's not a reason to break up. Sure, this was an important thing to Freddy that could have changed his life, but I mean, I'm sure it'll be another important thing to come along, maybe, hopefully. But Carly pushes them together until they finally kiss, or she makes them kiss, I should say. And the lights go down, and sort of like lights come on. One of those like party disco ball lights comes on, and a spotlight comes down on Gibby, and he starts singing. And this is when my mouth dropped, because I actually saw this in one of the sneak peeks before the show. I was like, who knew that Gibby could sing? Who knew that Noah could sing? And I don't know if his voice was auto-tuned, but I really think that was his voice. And if it was, that's just Noah. I just gotta say, you're an awesome singer. That's awesome. If you've been doing that at those church groups, keep doing it, because it's great. So, anyways. And I just loved it. Oh, God, I can't believe I forgot this. In the beginning of the episode, like the very beginning when Freddy comes in to show Carly and Sam the Super Brawl video, there's a little kiss right there in the Carly's bedroom, and I love that kiss, because he's like, hey cutie, she's like, lips please, and they kiss right there. He leans down and kisses her. That's such an awesome, and it's just, that little kiss right there is so awesome. I just love it. So anyways, the episode was awesome, and I loved it, and it couldn't have been better. I mean, I don't think it could have been better. I mean, the way it went down, I thought was great, but these are my opinions. But I want you guys to let me know what you thought of the episode, what you liked the best, what was your favorite part, what you didn't like, what you thought of Miss Benson's plan, what you thought of Gibby singing, Noah singing. Oh, and also, I saw Nathan Kress in his little cameo in the Victorious episode tonight, who did it to Trina. That was awesome. And that flashback clip from Drake and Josh, I love that so much. So, because I actually did watch Victorious tonight to see Nathan in it, but the bonus was seeing the clip, the clip from Drake and Josh, and the episode was all around pretty good. So, anyways, awesome to see Nathan in it and the Drake and Josh. But anyways, back to iCarly. So, guys, let me know what you thought of the episode, and basically what you thought was your favorite, what you liked, what you didn't, and all that good stuff. Okay. So, in the infamous words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, City Warriors, rock on. See you guys later.